Hi there, my name is Marjorie Brown, and I am an art teacher over at Buena Park High School in Southern California. I also teach three AP art classes, and I am an instructional coach for the district. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera and let's get started. I'm really excited today to share with you this presentation about building relationships. This is a leadership and instructional coaching professional development district wide. I can't see because this is in my way. Okay, there we go. So, what is this all about? Well, it's very important for us to understand the key ingredients that go into building relationships with other educators, as well as with our students. It's just as important, and other peers and staff in your everyday interactions. So these are all positive tips and tricks to have success. So creating relationships, trust, and feedback that is going to give positive results is our goal. And so we're going to analyze it a little bit and share some input when we get a chance once the presentation is over. So, building solid relationships for a lasting success is our goal. The importance of building relationships with adult students, there's plenty of reasons why, and I couldn't list them all out, but we want to have positive, successful input. We want to feel valued. We really want to take ownership in our learning and empower the teachers to strategize with one another. It's a little bit different than when you were working with students because teachers come in with their own experiences and their own history and cultures and baggage, to be perfectly honest. And we want to leave a positive, lasting impression with the interactions that we have, and we want it to be successful. We really want the educators to be buying into what we're sharing with them as instructional coaches, let alone interacting every day with our peers. We want to motivate engagement, develop self direction within the staff, to be self reflective and build goals that set, high strategies for success. Here we have a rapport chart that is really empowering. It's a dynamic phenomenon that involves mutual and coordinated attentiveness, respect, understanding, openness, interaction, movement, positive, that is positive and harmonious with smooth and regular interactions. We want it to feel natural. We don't want this to be something that's robotic. We want this to be interaction that is personalized and that you are taking the time to get to know and engage with the people that you are interacting in with the professional development. We want to build that connection. An effective instructional coach is good with communication, knowledgeable in pedagogy, a leader, understanding of how adults learn, good at connecting data, has a well defined job description, a clear coaching model, and support from leadership. These are the key ingredients for that effective, strong coach. And so we want this to be natural, and the best way is to be prepared and understanding who you're working with, what the needs are to assist the staff with the challenges that they may have. And it could be technology, it could be getting students to read, whatever the topics and the challenges are with that individual school. I would do some opportunities to survey and ask within and tally up and gather that data so that you can find the best ways to prepare whatever professional development you choose to support them so that they have buy-in. It's something that's affecting them every single day, and that they generally want to learn and use to create more success within their classrooms and interactions with their peers. So here we have instructional coaching. We want to build community. We want cross-curricular engagement. That could be whether it's, diverse teachers put together in groups. We want to encourage adult learners to be engaged and interact with one another as well as with the coach. We want to guide learners to think beyond the obvious for deeper, meaningful learning opportunities. Self-direction based on the learner's previous knowledge and experiences. We want to empower the team to problem solve and team building discussions. These are all great little tips. Here we have building trust relationships with students, give and take, including reciprocity and showing respect to encourage a mutually beneficial relationship of trust. Now, we don't want this to be a sterile relationship. We are always going to be more receptive to somebody who's willing to open up and share their experiences, but not only the positive ones, the negative ones they've experienced. And by doing that, you are sharing what to do and what not to do, and that you are vulnerable as a professional developer. You created things that keep us engaged and that we will start caring about and getting to know you personally. I think that's really important that we don't just ask of the people that we're interacting with and training, but we want to share as well. So it's a two-way street. So that's one great piece of advice. We also want to gain respect as an outsider by establishing our position to the community and offer help and support. We don't want to come off as arrogant that we know it all, because we don't. And we have plenty to learn from our peers as well. And that building up that, establishing that you genuinely care and want to hear their input and experiences to gain more trust and more established relationship. These create bonds. So this takes time. And so here I have some visuals of that and working together to create that trust. I also think that this is important with our students as well, to build a sustained trust within everyone that we interact with. And we want to be the best leaders that we can. And by modeling and showing that vulnerability, that matters. Relationships that have trust and vulnerability is exactly what I'm talking about. To give or receive feedback, we need to be in a space where we can understand it. Build strong relationships, then develop trust to achieve vulnerability. That is the ingredients for effective feedback. We are more willing to receive feedback when we feel like it's coming from a warm and trusting place. So, communicating effective descriptive feedback for adult students. We want to be constructive, and I need to emphasize that constructive feedback is not telling them or dancing around things, but it's how you go about it. It's your tone. You always want to start off with the positive and go from there. Make your observations, provide encouragement. There's always room to grow. When I talk about feedback with my students as well, this is just a part of the process. I explain to them, and there's a certain way we want to go about giving feedback to each other. We don't want it to sound like a criticism. We don't want to sound harsh. We want to talk about things that we think is working and then things that have room for growth. So, productive suggestions for positive outcomes and extend support. So we want to cultivate a close personal connection with the program's participants. And so you can see here we have the coach and she's interacting with them, and it's a conversation, and they're, attentive and listening, and they seem receptive. So I'm an art teacher, sorry, I'm all about visuals. So here we have the feedback. We want to give input to, which is a part of the process, and then the output showing, goals and things that we can evolve and build up for further success. Encouraging and motivating motivational feedback is really important. You want to take time to listen to who you're interacting with. You don't want it to feel like it's a test and they're being evaluated and get them all nervous. You want to really see them feel like they are being heard, and whatever challenges or things that they think they're doing great with, that's great, or what goals that they may have, that's always important. It's important for us to listen. Be kind and professional. You want your tone to always be that way. And so it's less intimidating and it encourages more positive results. Discuss your observations with them, and pinpoint the areas for improvement. So we want to give them goals, actions, and things to work up to a higher result. And that is something that shouldn't be intimidating. It's just a part of the process. I would say that, coaching is a wonderful gift, and we are all here to help share our knowledge. We're here to be mentors, and we're here to help others brainstorm. We're not here to lecture them and tell them everything to do. This is a give and take, and it's supposed to be an interaction. I hope you all understand, and I'm just going to recap a few more points to take time to get to know your students and build positive relationships. We want to build a rapport, share common interests, take time together to build trust, disclosure, honesty, respect. We want to be transparent, be present, caring, listen to them, and have fun. Establish boundaries. That's always very important for the end result. We want to provide constructive feedback, always a pleasant tone, and share your personality a lot. That's important. And recognize the individual. So here we have relationships, they all matter. Trust, I'm not going to go over all of these with you, but you can see my little visuals, and feedback. We always want to feel like we're in the happy zone. Have a fantastic day. Oh, and here's my references. Take care.